Speaking of we talking about mental psyches and then teams just holding records over others, right? We gotta have a little barbershop talk right quick. We gotta talk about the Clippers and the Lakers. Finally, the Lakers win over the Clippers. Is it a big deal or a little deal? I'm gonna say this: it's a big deal. It's a big deal to the Lakers because to live and die in LA, what a place to be. You got to be there to know it. Because the Clippers leaving Staples at some point. They getting their own arena. They going down to Compton. They about to turn up. They just got James Harden. So they said we really about to turn up. We got Russ hitting threes in LeBron James' face. Kawhi Leonard dunking, falling on his back and getting right back up. Scared me for a second. Then we also got Paul George out there doing his thing. Already on that. And think about this too. 11-game win streak the Clippers got over the Lakers. 11 games. You talking about you got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the Clippers got this type of record over you. That's really like your little brother just clipping you up the stairs every time y'all get in trouble. That's exactly what happened. And if you watch this game in the beginning, it didn't look like the Lakers had a chance at all. And for them to storm back and win the game the way they did, to me, is a big deal because now they know that they can band together as brothers and win tough games. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about this, Carl. Is this a big deal or a little deal?
It's not a big deal at all. Now, hey, if you don't have championship aspirations, huge deal. Have at it. But for a team that has championship aspirations, it's not a big deal. I mean, you on an 11-game losing streak against the Clippers, but if my memory serves correct, you've been further than the Clippers every year. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, moral victory, but moral victory doesn't get you anything in sports. Again, like if you make that a big deal, you sound like a Pistons fan when I'm happy that we beat the Bulls off a 16-game losing streak. You know why I'm so happy about that? Because I don't expect a championship from the Pistons. So I need moral victories because that's all I'm going to get. But you're a Lakers fan. If you're a Lakers fan, you're expecting big things. You're expecting AD, LeBron, finals appearance. You're expecting not to get swept. You're expecting larger things than just a regular season win. It's day 9 of the NBA season. It's not a big deal. It's not going to matter down the line. It's just not a big deal to me.
Mm-hmm. I think it is a big deal, Carl. I think it is. All right. Number one, like you said, 11-game losing streak. That psyche. Now the psyche equates to this question right here. Like the psyche is good for this one. All right. This is the other LA team in the basement. That's what they call them, right? In the basement on an 11-game win streak. Your only win this year was against the Orlando Magic, who are, promising. They're not a contender. Against Bookerless and the Bradley Beal-less Suns, who the Suns had to lead most of the whole game. And the two good teams you actually played, you lost to. You lost to the Kings when De'Aaron Fox got hurt in the fourth quarter. Still beat y'all. All right. Lost to the Denver Nuggets convincingly. Still beat them. So they don't have a good win on a record so far. I know it's still early. And playing this team on prime time in front of everybody, with this win streak, and then y'all in the same conference call. So although the Clippers, they went farther than the Clippers, if they meet them in the playoffs, it's a different story. It's a different story. And it's possible in this loaded Western Conference. Don't forget the Lakers were the 7th seed last year. The Clippers were the 5th seed last year, right? 5th seed. So I think it's a big good win for them for their psyche. And plus how LeBron entered the game too, I thought was good.
I think it's a good win, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it's a big deal. And to your point about playoffs and regular season, we know that's completely different basketball. I just remember 2016, I believe we either won the series against the Cavs in the regular season or tied the series against the Cavs in the regular season. Playoffs come, they swept us. First round, get us out of here. So it's just different in that situation. I get that they had an 11-game losing streak. You're tired of losing to these guys. Mm-hmm. Fine, good win. I just don't think it's a big deal. I think great win, good basketball win, good resume builder. But I just don't think it's a big deal in the larger scheme of things. Like again, if you don't have no championship aspirations for your team, then make it a huge deal. But you want better than that for your team. So that's why I don't think it's a big deal. You got to build on. You got to keep stacking wins. You got to get further in the playoffs. Now, if they beat the Clippers in the playoffs, huge deal. But this ain't that. This is just a regular season day 9 win.
I got you. So look, my bad, Tomo. I'm excited. I'm about to debate. like Carl agree. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm ready to debate. All right, look. So Carl, that Detroit team talking about? You talking about like who's the superstar on that team? Nobody. Who the dude that was checking LeBron James the whole series? What's his name? What's Cuz's name? With
It was probably
the
Stanley Johnson, if I remember correctly.
Stanley Johnson, bro. Like, come on. Like, really? When did Blake? No, Blake Griffin went there. Was he? Was it
No,
Blake
that
Griffin?
was
But
before.
Drummond.
It was
Drummond
Drummond,
Drummond was
KCP, Stanley Johnson. I'm
Come
having
on,
a
Carl. Like, I mean,
Check engine light came on.
chill out.
they could beat the Lakers 10 times regular season. We know they ain't beating them. They got no star power. Now, the Clippers, on the other hand, you can make a case that they actually are better than the Lakers. Like, you look at their roster versus first of all, look at the head coaches, Tyronn
There
Lue
we go.
and
I was just
Darvin
about
Ham.
to say that.
So you're telling me in the playoffs, who got the advantage? The Clippers, but then you got LeBron James. He's there too. All right. But far as star power, in the playoffs, when they know you know them, your star got to arrive. I mean, you can make a case the Clippers got more star power with James Harden now, Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi. So that's why this win is good. So if they do meet them in the playoffs, they can always go back and be like, okay, we know we can beat them. Because we beat, first of all, they were down and they came back and they were fully healthy. I know James Harden wasn't there. They were fully healthy. Rui wasn't there. Rui wasn't there. They defender, I forgot his name. McDaniels, what's his name, right?
Jerry Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt wasn't there. The backup point guard from Miami from last year. What's your boy name? DeCon Rose. He wasn't
Gabe
there.
Vincent.
Gabe Vincent wasn't there. They had people missing, and they still won that game. So yeah, it's a big deal.
So to just a small counterpoint, you could also argue the fact James Harden didn't play because he was traded. You can also argue the fact that their main guy, their core guys, the Batum. People might say I'm crazy for saying core, but these are really guys that help these stars along. Batum, Marcus Morris, Rocco at times. Terrence Mann was out. Those guys weren't there either. So yeah, you beat the Clippers, but they didn't beat a 100% Clippers team. And we don't know what this Clippers team is going to be with James Harden. It could be worse, could be better. We don't know. I know there's a real. I myself don't think that was a better move. I think it might have made it worse. So I just don't see it as a big deal. Like I said, great win, great resume builder, but in the larger scheme of things, it's just a win. I mean, maybe it's we finally got those guys, but if you're LeBron, do you really care?
I think he did.
He might.
Yeah.
He might. But if any other superstar was in that situation, would they honestly make it that big of a deal? Probably not.
So it was a big deal. LeBron played 40 minutes. And they just said 29, 31 minutes. That man said,
that's why I said I had to take that part. I had to take that back.
And you got to look at it from this standpoint too, right? Even if let's say LeBron James wasn't on that team, and like we're talking about the mental psyche of this team, look at what Anthony Davis did and D'Lo was doing, because we are in the NBA chat and we all know what's going on with D'Lo and how he's getting killed in the chats, right? So a game like this, you can always go back to your back pocket and be like, man, I remember we was down 20 to the Clippers, man. This is what got me to turn back on. Boom, it was this. And you also hear it in documentaries. It may just be, Instagram captions just to get people motivated. But they always say that. Remember that game in early December, when we was down to the Clippers? They use that as just like something to build on. You also said it too, Carl. Stack more wins. This is how you do that. You get that 11-game monkey off your back, and now you go out and start trying to beat other teams.
Right.
Trust me, bro. As a Wizards fan, I think it was a big deal. We need to win a game. So, so I understand what you were saying. We won. Hey, first of all, okay, we're a young team. We're trying to get ourselves together. We're trying to figure it out. We beat. Look, that's sad.
They beat the Grizzlies. They beat the 0-5 Grizzlies.
Oh my, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we got them. We got them.
Grizzlies are bad right now. But and also, I know people probably watching the show like Joe. You just said that the Bills are not going to remember a Week 9 game, but you're talking about the Lakers. You gotta remember the Clippers beat these dudes 11 times in a row. All right, this is different. Like, this is an 11-game losing streak to the same team that share the same building as y'all. That's wow. The last time they beat them was in a bubble.
They had to leave the building to beat them.
So they haven't even beat them. I think
they
did beat them right before the bubble, right before the pandemic ended. They beat them.
It was 2016. It was a Christmas game.
I think Christmas. Pat Bev. Remember that still on LeBron? That was on Christmas. No, they beat them. The Clippers beat them twice. The opening game and the Christmas game. The Lakers beat them, and then they beat the Bucks. I remember they beat them and the Bucks the same weekend, and then the pandemic happened.
Man, that was a wild time. Look at that. That was 3 years ago. Going on 4 years ago.
3.5, almost 4.
Maybe 3.5 years. Dang.
It's a
Hey,
long
look, what
time.
I'm saying is, if you got higher aspirations, this win, while good, shouldn't be a big deal. Should be like, it should be larger than a regular win, yes. But should it be a big deal? Nah.
And I know we were wrapping on this topic, but it's also a big deal because of what LeBron is doing at this age too. You know what I mean? Like 38, right? 38 years old, year 21, and the performance he put on in the fourth quarter. I mean, getting LeBron got the second plus minus on the team, right? I know who number one.
It ain't AD.
Somebody who ain't really getting burned. He got burned last game though. Christian Wood. Christian Wood by far. He like a plus 70. LeBron plus 35, something like that. So when LeBron comes on, but the Lakers did a good job in the third quarter when LeBron got put on the bench. The bench came in and did their thing. So, but it was an awesome performance for age 38 LeBron.
Yeah, and I'm gonna close, like you said, Joe. You're gonna close it out, but you also want to say this. This is another big deal for those players because if they'd have lost to the Clippers again, someone's getting traded this year. LeBron said, "I'm getting too old for this, and I ain't got time for all this. We gonna figure it out stuff."
Somebody's still gonna get traded. They're gonna find a way to blame somebody other than Braun to get somebody out of there.
AD might be out of there, but
it ain't Bron's fault so far. Why they losing?
No, I'm just saying it always happens. It's like it's a ritual.
Yeah, the third person. Scapegoat, as they call him, right?
Well, we're going to hit this scapegoat right quick, man. Y'all check out this commercial break. We come right back. And after this commercial break, man, y'all already know what we got to talk about. We got to talk about the Cowboys versus the Eagles, man. We're going to figure out, man, who needs the bigger game. Is it Dak or is it Jalen Hurts? Let's stick around and find out who we got.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.